Fantastic volunteer programs, a new kind of neighborhood watch program, door-to-door transit, behind the scenes with 911 dispatchers, and more. Making connections that make a difference on this edition of Connected Colorado. Connecting communities, connecting people. Hi, I'm Wendy Brockman, and this is Maggie. We're fighting crime in Wheat Ridge. More on that in a few minutes. But first, volunteering is a great way to connect with others, especially when it helps change lives. Here's Project Homeless Connect.
Project Homeless Connect at the beautiful Colorado Convention Center.
This is the greatness of our city. Folks taking off work to help out folks who have experienced homelessness, who are struggling with mental health issues, and bringing them together and saying, how can we connect to get you services that you need to be successful? I'm so proud of my city today, and this is what we're doing here at Project Homeless Connect.
I like people to remember that these are members of our community. They are residents who are going through difficult times, and some under their control, some not. And it's important that when we see homeless people that we don't think of them as less than. They are our neighbors. They could be your sisters, your brothers, your uncles, your aunts. And it's important that we put a face of compassion on the way that we address homelessness.
By coming together as a community, we're making a difference in the lives of those that need it most.
I've never seen a society go this far to help so many people. But mainly today I came for clothing and glasses.
It feels really wonderful to be part of an event that is giving back to so many individuals and families in the community.
People come in and they're amazed at what all they can get done in one single day.
By utilizing these resources, it helped me. I mean, I didn't look at it as a handout, I looked at it as a hand up. So, and I hope that the people here do look at it that way too, as a hand up. This is not a handout.
I think one of the most special things about this event is that we have volunteers who come one-on-one to sign up and walk around with the client through the whole event.
Today was a good day here. They have a lot of good resources. They help me out a lot with a lot of stuff that I need for housing and everything, for food, clothing. But it was nice to see such a good turnout. A lot of friendly people. Mickey, this is Mickey, a good guy. He's a new friend of mine now.
Sam's my new friend.
I hope
absolutely.
we get a chance to stay in touch.
Yeah.
Because he helped me a lot.
I like to say sometimes in Road Home that what we do is we're purveyors of hope. And that's the main thing. When people lose hope, they lose the ability to overcome their situation.
We want to thank you for your generosity and making this day possible.
Really some amazing work being done there, and we'll feature more volunteers later in the show. Now you can connect with your community and help keep it safe while you are out on your daily dog walk. We're in Wheat Ridge with Police Chief Dan Brennan and Maggie. You're going to tell us how. Thank you for having us, Chief.
Thanks, Wendy.
What is the Dog Walker Watch program?
Well, the Dog Walker Watch program is really a crime prevention program, and it's designed around a basic tenet in law enforcement that the police are the paid members of the public that are paid to provide law enforcement services, but it's important to have the community involved in that too. There's a responsibility that the community has in regards to providing quality law enforcement services. So it's a program designed to take people who are out and about in the community, people who own dogs and are always walking, and teach them to be the eyes and ears of the police department. We teach citizens who have animals what to look for when they're out on walks, and what suspicious activity looks like, and strategies to help us, because we can't be on every corner. We can't be everywhere we need to be when a crime occurs. So it really is a force multiplier for us. It allows citizens to be on the lookout for suspicious activity, quality of life issues, or crime.
Well, hello, they're going to be out on your walk anyway. You may as well look out for your neighborhood. So you've set up a class. The residents actually come in and you teach them what to look for when you call for help.
Right, so we've run 3 classes so far for citizens in the city. And the idea behind the classes is tell them about the program, tell them about the philosophy behind the program, and we give them the opportunity to engage in making their community safer. So we talk to them about what to look for, how to act if they see something suspicious or they see a crime occurring, how to call 911, how not to get involved, but to be good witnesses.
So Maggie has one of the yellow bandanas that you get. You've handed out 100 of them so far. That in and of itself can be a deterrent.
Right, it's a great marketing tool. The citizens that have participated in the class, they're animal lovers. They're people who are active and walk in the community. And that's a great way to help us promote the program.
So could any dog qualify? Would your chocolate lab qualify for the coveted bandana?
Well, my chocolate lab has a bandana, and she wears it when we're out on our twice-a-day walks. But yeah, any citizen who has a dog or doesn't have a dog that wants to participate in this program and sort of help their police department by being our eyes and ears, we welcome them to participate in the program.
So citizens could wear the bandana?
Well, they could. It's big enough, you could wear it like John Wayne, I suppose, but anybody can participate in the program, and certainly the program is focused towards dog owners because they're always out walking their animals, but the idea is really to promote crime prevention.
Is this catching on in other communities in Colorado?
We've had a number of communities, a number of other police departments actually that have contacted us in regards to our program. We've even had officers, crime prevention officers from other departments show up at our classes to kind of sit through it, and we've shared the information that we've got on the program and sort of our philosophy on how to present it.
Well, people love their dogs. It's just such a smart idea.
It's different, it's new, it's sort of innovative, and for Wheat Ridge anyway, it's working.
And we should mention, along with the bandana, they really get special recognition.
Yes, they do. So the bandana designates them as an honorary canine. It has the Wheat Ridge Police badge on it. The dog receives a certificate from the police department signed by the police chief that designates them as a honorary Wheat Ridge Police Department canine.
Love it. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for letting me be here.
So while you're out on patrol, you may come across an emergency and have to call 911. But who's on the other end of the line? Aurora TV went behind the scenes with the city's first responders.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
Is it a house or an apartment?
Stop, leave me alone.
I'm pacing back and forth in my yard.
Look about 10, 12.
There's nobody with him right now, right?
8581.
Meet the city of Aurora's first responders.
Something's either wrong mentally or physically with them.
Okay. If someone calls 911, this is where it comes. I love the adrenaline.
It's always different. First of all, you never know what you're going to get.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
Always different is an understatement.
Hello, 911.
Oh, yeah.
From the absurd
So I ate a popsicle.
to the hair-raising.
And one guy got thrown from the vehicle, and I think he's dead. He's not breathing. He's not moving.
I just have to always remember when somebody calls me, they're asking for help. They have no idea what I did 5 minutes ago or what I'll do in 5 minutes later. They are wanting help at that moment. So I just have to put myself in their shoes just for a moment to try to do what I can to help them in their situation. Stay with me, okay? You bet. So I just have to remember, every time somebody's calling the police or 911, it's not a good day. So I can be the one person to try to help them out.
A lot of times they're with people in the worst day of their life. If you really think about how many times you personally have called 911.
What was the original location you gave us?
And what that situation was, a lot of times it's a very intense, difficult situation for yourself, and so they're there with you. They're on the phone with you going through that.
Which way is it headed? You just do it, and then after it's done, when that phone call is done, then you kind of sit back and you think, you know, what you just dealt with.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
And at one of the busiest call centers in the country, the phones never seem to stop.
Officers dispatched, okay, we're gonna get there as soon as we can.
95% of our 911 calls, we try and answer those within 10 seconds, which is about a ring and a half.
When people are frustrated or mad, I don't let it get me down. I really focus on how I can be better or better help them.
All right, very good. Well, I appreciate you calling.
And
Thank you.
neither does the customer service.
All right, bye-bye.
We never close. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
Just do my best to remain calm and do not give up until I know I've helped them as best as I can and done every single thing I can. And if I know at the end of the day I've done everything I can, then I feel good about what I've done.
Aurora TV devoted a full half hour to the city's first responders. I actually took one of the tests to see if I would qualify as a dispatcher, and I'll tell you this, it's a lot harder than it looks to keep your composure and multitask. You can tune in to see if I passed. The show is called Dateline Aurora, and it's on auroratv.org. We'll be back with Connected Colorado.
Where are you?
I'm just a few minutes away.
What medications do you take?
I can help you if I have the information.
Seconds count.
What if you could provide us with life-saving information before an emergency?
Now you can.
It's free, private, and secure.
Visit smart911.com to create your safety profile.
Help us help you.
We're back on Connected Colorado. We showed you a great new dog walker watch program in Wheat Ridge with Maggie here. Say you're out on your watch and you and your dog spot something wrong with another animal. Help is a phone call away. Let's take a look at Lakewood Animal Control. When you have a not so happy fawn trapped in a basement, who are you gonna call?
She's okay?
That's okay. Lakewood Animal Control.
She can still hop okay.
These are their mobile offices, and we'll show you what they keep inside. A microchip scanner for lost pets. They have a muzzle. They have a halter for horses. This net was great recently for scooping up a goose wrapped in fishing line. This is a stretcher, maybe a dog hit by a car. Sometimes things can get a little nasty, so they have the control pull with the loop. Sometimes they need a little bit more. They've got the metal baton, and as a last resort, a taser. They had to use this to separate two fighting pit bulls. Let's go around to the back of the van and I'll show you what else they have inside. Lots of crates and kennels, different sizes. They have water, they have bowls, they have cat food. They're so much more than dog catchers. They're public safety officers. And Jamie's been doing it for 18 years. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Wendy.
How do you spend your day?
It could be a variety of different things. Cruelty complaints, loose dogs, dog bites, barking dogs. You never know. Potbelly pigs, cows, horses. That's what I like about it, is every day is different.
I basically like that I don't have an office that I go sit in for 8 hours a day. It's just nice not being confined to one single spot. We can basically have the freedom to kind of be where we want.
Garrett's a member of the team. You rescued 60 cats from a townhome.
I
I'm
did.
sure that smelled good.
It was definitely an interesting smell. One of those career smells you'll never forget.
I can't believe dogs in hot cars are one of your more common calls. That's crazy.
Especially on the weekend, people like to take their dogs to Walmart or Whole Foods or a lot of these different places, and it's amazing to me that we have to tell people not to do that.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
I don't normally leave them in the car when it's hot.
Thank you for not doing that. I appreciate that.
I don't. They're my babies.
I know they are. In the apartment. Okay. And part of your job is interacting with the public rather than animals. What do you have to do there?
Huge part of it is dealing with the people, talking to people, public safety, education. Rarely do we get to play with animals.
I know you love animals.
I do
That's
love
why
animals.
you do this. You have chickens, you have a dog, you have a very large cat and a small pig.
Yes, Kevin Bacon.
What do you want the public and employees here in Lakewood to understand about what you guys do?
I guess the biggest part is I think that we have this interpretation of being people that don't like animals, and that's why we do it, and obviously it's the exact opposite.
Well, who doesn't love a happy ending? Thanks to Lakewood Animal Control, and thank you for coming inside Lakewood. How cute is that? Of course, walking your dog is good exercise, but you might want even more of a workout or even some recreation. You can check out your local municipal rec center like this one in Wheat Ridge. And in Commerce City, there's another awesome recreation center in the making. Pretty spectacular. The grand opening for the Commerce City Recreation Center is tentatively scheduled for early June. And now, as promised, some amazing volunteers. In Golden, they are the city's greatest gift.
Howdy folks, welcome to Golden. It doesn't take long to realize that there's a lot of sincerity behind that arch.
Golden's iconic downtown arch first adorned Washington Avenue in 1949. It has come to represent the spirit of this little western town and the numerous changes that have gone on underneath it.
People don't hardly believe it today, but Golden was the downtown was half empty. You know, vacant storefronts. There's nothing that sucks the energy out of a community and lowers the property values faster than vacant storefronts.
Now Golden is known for its vibrant downtown, its beautiful creek, and its well-maintained parks.
Yeah, these are your best good-looking guys.
But for those who live and work here, Golden is even more well-known for the volunteers who have made it all happen.
I'm Donna Owen, and I own Avenue Gifts. And I've been on the Avenue for all of my life. I started with Foss Drug in 1959. I was 13 years old.
The owners, Heine and Barbara Foss, served as Donna's role models, as well as role models to the rest of the community.
They believed you need to support things that tax dollars cannot do.
You know, it took people like Heine Foss, who funded the Civic Foundation and put his own money into it.
I came across a great writing from my grandmother that she said everything she did was for the next generation, and I think that's a great way to think about volunteering. You're investing in yourself, your kids.
The people of Golden worked hard to ensure the ultimate success of its downtown. For example, the revitalization of the old Hested's building, which now houses both residents and businesses. This building almost became something the Foss family simply couldn't accept.
It was the Golden Gem Theater, and when the Golden Gem was going to become an X-rated movie theater, he and Barbara felt, no, that's not right for Golden. So they bought the building. They renovated it, and it became Steve's Corner, which was a Western wear shop.
Once an old car repair shop with years of contaminated soil that sat right on the creek, this land is now home to the Golden Hotel, and a true clear creek runs at its side.
It's hard to say my grandparents what exactly they did and what the foundation did or what city staff did, but Golden's just been incredible.
It wasn't one entity, you know. Now I take credit for it all, but so do a lot of other people, and that's because there were a lot of people involved with it.
Same goes for Golden's many beautiful parks and efforts led by the Lions Club.
You're standing at one of the largest parks in Golden, and we were virtually responsible for most of what was done here. Ball fields, tennis courts, flagpoles, all of that was done by the Lions.
Yay! One of the first things I remember for volunteering was in the 80s. We went to Ulysses Park and built the softball fields.
And now look at it, it's got lights, it's got a skate park. That happened because a few people talking said, we need baseball fields for kids, and everybody heard it and got it underway, from the Civic Foundation to the Lions Club to the Kiwanis. Everybody pitched in and got it.
And I will tell you without a doubt, the community of Golden is the most committed, caring community I have ever had the privilege of working with.
Golden's volunteers don't just focus on the wants of our community, they also address the needs. The Christian Action Guild helps to provide shelf-stable food and quality items to less fortunate families.
For one day, people from all walks of life work side by side to love their neighbor.
Golden's faith community often works together for projects like the Neighborhood Rehab Project, helping to keep residents safe, dry, and warm.
How was lunch?
Good.
The Golden Backpack Program provides food to school children and their families with a variety of programs.
We serve children. We feed children. That's our mission.
From take-home weekend food to the summertime Snackin' Wagon to the newest Fresh Food Co-op that provides healthy food and education to hungry Golden families.
I know for a fact that if we have a need, we put it out to the community and they will meet our need.
There is not an inch of Golden that hasn't been touched by volunteers.
I don't know why, but you know, this is just sort of like the magic spot, you know, it all comes together and all works.
Wherever you decide to give your time and money, you can be sure Golden's service groups will work together to make things better.
There's no competition, there's always enough to do.
Every great change starts with just one person, one idea. And it's up to future generations to continue this great tradition in Golden.
There's a lot you can do when you invest in your community and your friends.
Is it homeless? Is it the environment? Is it the arts? Whatever kind of makes you feel excited about it, and follow it. Volunteer. You will get back more than you will give. It's the present that you give to yourself.
Wrap your shirt tails around somebody that loves Golden, because that's the important thing. If you don't love it, you can't make good changes. You have to love Golden.
And oh, how Golden is loved.
More fantastic work being done by volunteers. Now, how's this for getting connected? In an effort to expand mobility options and provide a multimodal transportation network, the City of Lone Tree launched an on-demand microtransit pilot, Link On Demand, powered by Uber. It provides the community free door-to-door rides every day of the week within city limits. Riders use the standard Uber app to book their rides, but are picked up in one of the city's 12-passenger wheelchair-accessible shuttles driven by professional drivers. Since the pilot program launched in August, thousands of rides have been provided to all sorts of destinations across the city. For more information, visit LoneTreeLink.com. We hope you've enjoyed learning about some of the ways to connect in some of our great communities. Maybe we'll see you out in the neighborhood. We'll for sure see you next time on Connected Colorado. Making connections to make a difference. From amazing volunteer opportunities to a new kind of dog walker neighborhood watch program to a door-to-door transit program and behind the scenes with 911 dispatchers. These stories and much more on the next edition of Connected Colorado. Join me Thursdays at 8.